Hi, my name is Goldman, and I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. You know, a lot of times people have disputes, particularly with children, and particularly as it relates to parenting time. People are fighting over who gets the better TV. At the end of the day, you're talking about stuff, and stuff can be replaced. And it oftentimes doesn't pay to involve lawyers and the court in an argument about stuff, because by the time you pay the fees to get before the judge, you will have bought that TV that you wanted over and over again several times because of the cost. When you're talking about children, though, and parenting time, it doesn't lend itself to, you take this one, I'll take that one, because there's nothing more precious than children and the time spent with them. So a lot of times when the parents get involved in parenting time issues, they're very significant. And if somebody feels that they're being marginalized because the other parent is always scheduling events on their visitation time or interfering otherwise with their visitation time, this is a real problem. This is an issue that should be brought before the court. How will the court handle that issue? I will tell you how they will handle it. They'll handle it reasonably. They'll handle it like something that would make sense to most people. So when you're going before the court, because you've decided that since your uncle is in town for the weekend, even though it's the father's weekend, you want the child to stay there so they can visit with the uncle whom they probably never saw during the marriage, but now all of a sudden you want to use that as an excuse. Be prepared for the court to look at you and analyzing your claim with filter of reasonableness. Is it reasonable for you to deny the father because of some distant relative? Expect the court to say, no, it's not reasonable. So when you look at these things, the court is always going to try and do the right thing. Having said that, if mom wants to take the kid on or wants the child to go on a class trip, they've won a certain prize in an essay contest and they get to go to England to the Shakespearean School of Essay, and they're going to be gone for 4 days, and it happens that it falls on the other parent's time. Again, is it reasonable for the other parent to say, no, that's my time and we want to go to, that's when we go to McDonald's? No. The court is likely going to say, how could you deny your child this opportunity? And so it should be a situation where those things should be worked out. So when parents look at these things, always remember the court's going to look at it, and the court's not going to have all your bitterness and all the ill will. The court won't approach it from a standpoint of, I was slighted that time, so therefore I'm withholding this time. The court doesn't look at it that way. The court's going to look at the facts and determine, is it reasonable to withhold parenting time under these circumstances? Is it reasonable to request that one parent should give up their parenting time to honor the other person's request? Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes the answer is no. It's just going to depend on what's reasonable. The court takes a very strong approach when they find that one parent is deliberately sabotaging the other parent, and I'll tell you how it goes. We see this a lot. Non-custodial parent, could be the mom or the dad, will schedule a trip to take the kids to Kalahari. So let's say mom has her own kids with her new husband, and there's a child that she has with the ex. So they're going to all go to Kalahari. Well, she schedules it on dad's weekend so that the kid will have to call dad. Oh, can I go to Kalahari too? Please, 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 please. That's not what should happen. She should schedule it on her weekends. This way, she doesn't have to tell the kid, well, I wish you could go with us, but it is your dad's weekend, so, sorry. Somebody who does that to the other parent or to the child is a despicable person who doesn't understand the first thing about what's important and what best interest of the child means. It's indecent to do that, and the court is going to view it that way. So if you have somebody who's doing that, make sure to bring it to your lawyer's attention. Bring it before the court, because the court will have some very strong harsh words to say to that other person if the court gets the sense that that's what's going on. And if you are the person who's doing that, check yourself. Watch what you're doing and make sure that you're not letting your emotions getting in the way, clouding your judgment to what's reasonable. If you have any questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.